starts now. Fnatic are going to be starting on the CT side, and we are straight into the pistol. This is the pick of SK, one of the most fun teams to watch in Overpass. Always fun. Oh, but Lekro and pistols, always nasty for his opponents for trying to keep control of the connector position, but it's a trap. JW is all over this, and now they've got a box.
Have indeed, but coldzera, who else? He is left in the clutch in 1v3 with a mission. But is it mission impossible? We're about to find out. coldzera making his way in. Oh, that's a snap and a half.
Nice.
Still 2 players to go. He has a smoke as well, but so his opponents, in fact, is a Molotov, forcing him back. He's got time, he can wait it out, but they're using this time to push forwards. Really smart movement here and use of utility. Never seen so much utility in a situation like this late round. And Golden is burning up a little bit there, down to 52. Have to see if that really is going to come into play as Cold goes for a reposition. And Fnatic will be certainly wary of this, but they should be able to trade each other out. They have a very good setup for this. It's Cold again. Ooh, Cold gets himself another one. Just 1 player left, and all of a sudden, he actually has the advantage. He's got a free passage to that bomb site of A. That's ridiculous.
Which way does he plant, though? I think JW tried to fake sounds towards B to get him to plant towards connector, but JW make his way towards A, just in case, maybe perhaps expecting a double play towards B bomb site. coldzera makes his way down long, might come through the toilets. Doesn't know where JW is coming from. JW has a kit. One massive question is, does he just sit on the bomb and defuse it without faking? Time is ticking, though, and he's running out of time with which to do that. coldzera in the meantime, staying in the long position. JW's got to get on this bomb. Oh, he's selling a trap, coldzera. He's on the bomb now, holding it. 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh! coldzera with a ridiculous clutch. And he's like, come on, man, try me. Do you know who I am?
Did he just one bullet everyone in the 1v3? Who is this? Oh, he's, oh, right, that's right. He's the best player in the world, James. That's who he is. My God, what a clutch. Again, SK, they are favored on this map. Okay, he used 2 bullets there, my mistake. But amazing performance here. Ice in his veins. coldzera giving SK the 1-0. Now, all they have to do is deal with the scout and the CZs. Doesn't sound too bad for quickly taking position into sewers. Maybe trying to get some action here towards this bomb site. Ooh, pulls out a grenade. That's not a good timing. Golden gets the first frag for the 5v4. SK must be cautious now.
Bearing in mind, most of Fnatic have Kevlar in this round as well. That is a dangerous Mach 10 if it is collected later on, but for now it hasn't been. Oh, some spam through the smoke. Connector currently, Grenade Simulator 2018. Fallen is there with the scout, just waiting for a peek and punishing. 1 minute on the clock for SK, and Fnatic still have a good spread across the map. However, of course, each position is weak. Golden now has collected that Mach 10 from early on, and Crimson's trying to reposition. Fallen going too far, and that's the bomb again in connector, but can the Fnatic hold on to it this time?
How has this happened? Once again, they're asking Cold to try to clutch it out for them with the help of Taco here at the very least, who has full health with the AK, but Cold is almost out of the round. I mean, he's got a Mach 10 here. You don't have great instant kill potential with that, considering that the remaining players of Fnatic all have helmets. So Cold is massively unfavorable for all of the potential engagements. It's all on Taco's shoulders to make the plays, and he's got to open the door and go through. Perhaps Cold can offer distraction before Taco opens this door. That could be the play. Cold goes for it indeed, the distraction's in, the flash is in, they're blind. Taco has to be fast, tries to transfer, but it's Crims again! 3 from him. The CZ proving to be the best friend of Fnatic as they take another force by round.
Even if they got the bomb, there were 11 seconds on the clock as the last man went down, so they would have probably had to win by elimination unless they made some crazy gauntlet run towards the B bomb site. But there it is. SK maybe taking too many risks towards the B bomb site. Always dangerous to get grenades out at close range when you're not under the cover of one of your teammates. So the force buys continue. SK on the pistols, Fallen on the scout. Everybody fully invested in this one. Ooh! I didn't think he even scoped.
I think
Landed perfectly on Taco. Oh, was it a grenade?
I think it was a grenade.
Okay, maybe it was the same timing. Observer says yes, it was. 1-1. Fnatic got the choice of side as SK chose the map. And again, I think the desk observed that this map was left open by Fnatic. They could have vetoed it. They decided not to. We saw some nice strats in the previous map, which was shown. Fallen, that's a nice shot, sir. That's a nice shot. But there's a minute 10, and they must capitalize on that.
Fallen is just absolutely ridiculous with a sniper rifle. Crazy shot to hit, but that's not the end of the story in this round. Still, great weapons to offer up a good defense here for Fnatic. They're not going to do much there for Crims, and right now Fnatic still waiting for this push to come in, but they have players in good positions to defend the take of the A-bomb site. But there are smokes here, and a flashbang still on Phelps. Looking quite good here for SK Gaming. Flusher unable to get too much, but Crims, ever reliable Crims with the 3K, still offering up more of a defense. CZ is drawn, and the kills could keep coming here for Fnatic as they hold defensible positions. And it's up to SK to find a way out of this, and that's going to be a good start from Fur. But still, more to be done as Golden, with the MP9, is looking to do this. So much pressure here. Time is against the Brazilians. They need to push for the frag. Golden can't get it done. It's Fallen with the scout again.
No Kevlar. Fallen running around naked with the scout and winning the rounds. Things already crazy very early on here on Overpass. Force buy after force buy. What will Fnatic do in this situation? They're going to force straight back. Lekro has a deagle. That does not bode well for anybody on the other side. Will he be able to deliver, though, as he often does? Crims on the UMP. There's a lot of high explosive grenades here for Fnatic. And I didn't manage to say in the previous round, Fnatic may have some surprises for us on Overpass. Time will tell, but first, we need to get past this force buy situation.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things. It's very hard to know what is going on behind closed doors. And Fnatic, of course, would have been mapping out sort of their success and the teams to beat and their weaknesses and what other people know of them. That is something as well that they can play off of. So I think it's a very good point you make there, James. And Fnatic holding 4 towards B at the moment. So should SK send men towards this area of the map, that could be problematic. But look at Taco's position here. Oh my god, Lekra, that's a great trade from him. You can never doubt him with a deagle. And now he's rewarded with an AK.
Phelps making his way over. Lekro's got full health here, so if Phelps looks for a peek, he's going to get some nasty information. Lekro is almost definitely going to shoot him in the face. Now Lekro smokes behind him, because obviously that smoke can be heard from quite far away, and that might bait Phelps into peeking just like that. Now Phelps knows that this is a problem. Crims trying to hold down the short B position. This is really difficult for SK. Swapping out for the weapon. I don't know if there are bullets in it. There are! And there is Crims and Lekro coming in for support. He knows where the last man is. Oh boy, that was quite a headshot from Phelps. 28 seconds, 1 versus 3. What does he do? Does he try to hold on to the AK? Does he try and go for the round? Does he try to go for damage? Lots of questions, and he's only got a few seconds to answer them. JW from out of nowhere gets a nice upgrade, and Fnatic comes straight back.
Fnatic have been so impressive on these force buy situations. We've seen it time and again from them, consistently on Inferno. Now, again, we see it here. And you start to wonder if SK are going to be of the mind to continue to test them in these situations. And, well, they're going to be buying straight back here, so there is no letting up the aggression. SK want to assert themselves. They don't want to give up anything to Fnatic. And Scout has been very strong for Fallen. We saw previously what it can do. But this is a different round from Fnatic. They're better equipped. They're more aggressive. They're looking to take forward picks here as they push the fountain position. Smoke off a very deep position there as well. Connected towards the T-spawn. And JW just running around the flank into the playground. Well, perhaps Overpasses his playground. As Fnatic are looking really good with this amount of map control.
That said, SK have control of Connector now, and there's nobody in short B for the CT side. None of numbers. SK trying to get the pipe. First made his way through. And there's the first kill now. Golden going down. Lekro's got to get 2 kills out of this, or stay alive. He can't do either. And the bomb may just get planted. Fer will get an AK-47, I think. Smoking off the balcony as well. But Fnatic have got angles towards short B. Can they get in before the bomb gets planted? It seems they can. JW may be waiting for a plant to push through that smoke, but there is time for SK to slow things down.
Ooh, is Fallen actually pushing towards A at the moment? This is so smart. Rotation coming in for... Oh! Fallen! What on earth was that? Okay, the round is opened up a little bit now. SK looked like they had their backs against the wall. They were contained. But Fallen is a man that cannot be contained. And the bomb will go down. It's a 2v1. Crims, we've seen time and again ridiculous play after ridiculous play, but he's so far away. How do you even explain Fallen?
He's still got no Kevlar. He's still running around naked. I'd say someone called the police, but Fnatic are the police, and they can't seem to pin him down. Crim's now picking up a kill. That might change things. He needs this kill early. Fer doesn't need to overextend here. If Crims jumps down, surely SK get an AK out of this at the very least. Fallen just hiding, Fer creeping around the corner. But I don't think the bomb's planted. Crims has got to get on it, 6 HP. Oh, it's exposed. Fallen on the high ground now. Crims, he won't escape. He's going to lose the AK, and SK will get the round. Frustration. The force buys continue.
That's the thing, though. When Fallen hits a shot like that, like, oh my God, that is so ridiculous. I mean, you can't. How can you respond to that?
Baby.
How can you respond to that? You can't say Flusha misplayed this.
Oh, damn. Force buys continue. And I think at this point, you get to round 6 and it's all force buys. Whoever's on the CT side, I think, will ultimately suffer, especially if they don't get that consecutive round. Flusha on the scout, JW on the M4. Loads of grenades, all things considered, for the CT side. But obviously, SK are far better equipped. Lots of people outside the B bomb site. So looking for some jump peaks. Very likely, especially in a round such as this, where there will be many pistols. Grenades being deployed, Taco making his way in quickly. There are a lack of helmets here for Fnatic, so that Mac 10 will be quite powerful.
CZ's looking to be effective here, but nullified by the likes of Taco with the Mac 10. And SK are very safe from this position. They've got all the eventualities covered. Cold ensues. They have a man pushing towards CT and the upper positions around Heaven. And also they're holding onto Monster. There's nothing really that goes past them. Flusha, though, he's showing that it's not just Fallen who has scout headshots. Another thing I've ever seen so many scout headshots in the first few rounds of a game, James.
Yeah, Fnatic looking to hold on to what they have now, and they can still be very dangerous in the next round, which would otherwise be an eco round for them. So they'll cut their losses, and it will be SK to get that first consecutive round here on Overpass. But Fnatic are fighting tooth and nail. I'm very looking forward to SK's CT side as well. I feel like there were some overextensions when they previously played Overpass, and Fallen did say that the rounds they gave up versus Gambit were just purely down to his calling. I think Fnatic will be a far more dangerous opponent, looking at how it ended out for Gambit on that Overpass. So he does not want to make the same mistakes twice.
It's just so amazing as well to see just from every single player on the server that they're all capable on a stage like this to just create plays from positions where they just have very little.
JW is on the internet somewhere. Whoever he is, he's not in the game right now. So you may have Molotov's down towards that short B position, stopping the CTs from taking short B early. However, Crims has taken it anyway. Fnatic with some bits and bobs. They did save a few weapons in the previous round. They had to give it up. So this is kind of an eco round, plus the weapons that were saved by Fnatic. So let's see what they can do with them.
It's definitely going to be quite challenging. We see that no round can be taken for given. And that's a good trade there coming in from JW. The only man ready to offer up any firepower for Fnatic, and that's gone now. But at least he gets a frag, and also goes down to 11 health, so very vulnerable. These pistols, and also the scout, which is in play from Flusha. Already showing us some devious antics. Showing that it's not only Fallen of SK that can do it, but also Fnatic have the answer as well with that scout from time to time. SK now making their way forwards, trying to split onto this B side. Great off angle from Crims. Oh, almost got that one, but he did tag Fels down to 6 HP. This is still very scary for the Brazilians.
Only Flusher on the site. However, he does have one of 2 scouts now, but he's blind, and now he is gone. Fur and Phelps heavily tagged, and Phelps, he has to prevail here. If this door is opened by Fnatic, he cannot get taken down. Really awkward fight for him. He needs some help. Support is coming from coldzera, and maybe it's crisis averted. Fnatic, they have Golden on the M4, so they will most certainly want to save that. However, Fur doesn't care about his low health. He wants to take these weapons away. Golden now still alive, and seems Fur will be content with that. Golden will hide behind the tree as Fnatic approach their buy round.
So looking good for SK to stabilize on this T side. And you know, as they pointed out on the desk, that unbelievable moment from Fallen with the quick scope really created a spot here where Fnatic were unable to get the ball rolling. That really should have been a snowball situation for them, but instead we're going to see it go the other way. SK looking really good, poised to get a good half started. And finally, Fnatic are going to feel like they can actually contest with actual guns. They've got the M4s out here. Not enough money to really purchase any AWPs, so that's really the only problem for the Fnatic side. And we may actually see some aggression from them here. Obviously, they're a bunch of Swedes. Swedes love to play aggressive. That's how Swedish Counter-Strike works. And this is a great map for it on the CT side. So the question is where they choose to go. 3 players running pretty deep there towards connector. So it's a 2-man connector setup here for Fnatic.
Yeah, interesting. 3 people towards B. Not something you see every day, because this area is kind of a lurker position, but it seems they want to be very aggressive around that short B position. Taco staying outside the monster area, really looking for a pick, it seems, SK. Phelps might be looking for somebody to jump over the smoke. So what do SK do now with this? Ooh, looks like a grenade, very nicely positioned. Lekra taking massive damage at the beginning, and that might pull rotation towards the B-bomb site. 2 grenades flying in at the same time. Fnatic know there are numbers, but Phelps gets his bell rung, and the CTs will know that. The person firing the shot will get the sound cue. Fnatic now with 3 people in the B-bomb site.
So SK have done a really good job at pressuring away the grenades of Fnatic and also circumventing the early take of that connector position. And now look where Fnatic are. There's 45 seconds left. Sure, they have 5 players, but they have 3 flashbangs between them and 1 kit. So right now SK have set things up really well. If they are to take a bomb site, then there's not going to be anything really in the way of counter grenades to stop them. So Fnatic have to stop them before they get to the site. We have forward positions from Fnatic to do that. But here's a quick rotation from SK. But due to the forward positions here from Fnatic, they may be able to find a flank timing.
Pop flash over Monster, but Taco looks the wrong way. That will delay his push. Fnatic waiting for this, but the FAMAS is not good enough. Golden, he's got to find 2. Fights elsewhere for short B as well. And it's down to the 2-on-2. 10 seconds. Once again, SK running the clock down. Does Crims go for it? He takes down the Drake Fragger. No, he won't actually, but Flusher will finish off the job, killing both players, getting the round, but it was an expensive round. Flusher's the only person to survive, and you can already see the money on SK. The next round will be crucial for Fnatic.
It is nice for Fnatic that they do pick up the AWP. They're able to grab that at the very least, something that they would otherwise be completely unable to afford, of course. But as you say, James, there's so much money for SK. They have a great potential to run a fast round to really abuse the lack of weaponry here that Fnatic are going to be experiencing. Because Fnatic have to make some sacrifices. They can choose to get some FAMASs in on the go, but that's going to mean that there's less utility and so on and so forth. So we'll see a somewhat conservative buy from the perspective of that. They're going to have a FAMAS, a UMP. Doesn't really look too bad as long as they play good positions for those guns. They're going to be looking for close range engagements.
Through the tree.
That's some good early round damage from Fnatic onto SK as Fallen tries to take position here towards long.
JW holding an angle in the long area, and Crims is his rifle support in the toilets. 3 people B once again for Fnatic. Not contesting short B for now, but neither is the SK side. We'll see how that develops later on. Flusher staying he's in a back of B, so he's in a potential rotation position. Slowly SK will advance. Is it going to be? It is going to be. Okay, that's quite interesting. Fallen flying through the air. And they've got some map control with that. JW will be forced back towards the A site.
Honestly, James, if JW would have connected that shot, I think I may have died as well. That would have been kind of ridiculous, but it will be SK taking nice amounts of map control. But this is a great response. Fnatic asking questions, and they've discovered that Suez is completely open. Now, they don't know if there's a player lurking around Monster. There could still be players in that area. But they can start cheating players towards the A site and have a forward setup for the flanks towards Suez as well. So Fnatic are in a good position here after that push. And SK have to start to make a move here, and they are committed into A. There's no double back potential, as they do not have Connector or Suez at the moment, and time is against them. They're gonna have to push into the site, but there's players here moving through the smoke. Crims, oh my god, he's in a really strong position, but Phelps finds him out, and now it's down to the main defense on the site, and that starts with JW.
There's no time to stop a flank from coming in, and Golden, I think, is making his way at the moment. He's got to be fast, 9 seconds, and there is an angle being held now, 4 versus 2. SK have the personnel. Again, playing the clock to absolute mastery. How does he win that duel? Where are these frags coming from? Fallen down to 3 HP. What is going on in this round? Golden and Lekro. What a disaster. In the space of a second or two, from out of nowhere, Fnatic just savaged the round.
Lekro just walked in and killed everyone. Also, that USP frag was a little bit ridiculous. I think he thought there was a gun on the ground, he picked it up or something like that, swapping out from the UMP, and then was just stuck with the USP. That was a little bit strange, but here we can see Lekro coming in from bank, the spray. Okay, not connecting, but it's the re-up there onto Taco, which does the damage. And it looked like every other position on the entire bomb site was covered by SK, but Lekro found the one angle that worked out for Fnatic. That is a steal and a half if I've ever seen one. And SK, they're in a position now where they did get the bomb down. It will help their economy, but they don't have the best situation ever. They're going to have to run some executions here, I think.
That was an opportunity for them to start to build a lead. Again, SK are a map down. Inferno eventually went to Fnatic. They can't afford for Fnatic to build a nice CT half here. Taco's slowly creeping in. Great burst onto Lekro. Is he good for the second kill? No, he's blind, but delivers it anyway. Massive plays from Taco.
That is very big indeed. Re-smokes as well. And now Fnatic have to consider whether they can even go for this. If there's a frag or two offered up quickly, they sure as hell can. But if that's not the case, they don't have any money ready to play with. They need to be very cautious with this effort. They don't overcommit if it doesn't go well, but they do have players deep here. Crims looking to make some magic happen. 2 frags from Fnatic, the 3rd from Crims, and all of a sudden, just like that, there's a chance. Oh my god, how are they looking so dominant? A 3v5, and they are not touched.
You see the frustration. Cold Zero was looking for some exit frags. He was trying to find a CT, looking for a save. What a comeback from Fnatic. It is time to worry, I think, if you're an SK fan, because Fnatic seem to have the confidence. The entries from Taco, how did this turn around so quickly? Last round it was Lekro, this time it's Crims. Smoking the bomb as well, then Flusher over the top of the smoke. Not even through the smoke, not even standard Flusher. We've got major Flusher this time.
Crims is just being a god as well. Just actually unbelievable. The amount of like 2Ks or multi-fragging situations he's managing to score for Fnatic. And once again, Fnatic they can't be denied having guns, having rounds, and always having a chance no matter what they're holding on to. We see SK now taking control of Connector. Taco at it again. That AK lethal in his hands so far on this map. Inferno as well, but what is the response here from Fnatic? We know that they don't like to just sit on the sites. Trying to make a play around the bathrooms, and there is potential for flanking as well with these positions. JW and Crims, can they make something happen here? Ooh. SK, they don't know anything about it.
I think there was a footstep made by the T's as well, but didn't work out. The JW has some position. The second frag is massive, but the bomb is on the A side, and it gets planted. 2 CTs very close already, and there are smokes up. In the meantime, we've got JW coming in from the long position, and Taco's looking for a flank through the B bomb site. One of these is probably going to come into fruition better than the other, but Taco's got to speed up now because Fallen is alone on the site, and surely he will be hurt if he's running, but he's still walking. Fallen's alive, and he has to bank on Fallen staying alive. The CT spending time trying to find where these players are, and here comes Taco from the back, up the stairs. There goes Fallen, running distraction now. Surely Fnatic can't do this one. Taco playing the long game, just waiting for the clock to run down. And here he is, but he doesn't get a frag! It's an absolute disaster for SK! Fnatic steal another round!
Oh my god, how does it feel right now if you're in Taco's shoes? That has to be very difficult to deal with. It was such a sure thing. He
When
went
it
for the
goes
guaranteed
bad-
play, but it was not guaranteed, it seems.
When it goes bad, it looks terrible. But, oh, that is absolute disaster. He just played it a little too long. But you have to credit, I mean, that's very easy to criticize, but you have to credit the bravery to make that play in the first place. It's really unfortunate for SK. 3 rounds, daylight robbery for Fnatic. They're in the jewelry store with the motorcycle helmets on, and they're filling the bags. Somehow SK still have a buy. Somehow they've got AKs, but they've lost a player early, and it's been their entry man, Taco.
Krims goes down, and that's always going to be a big win with his current form, but JW is lurking in a forward position as well. And this is one of the things that makes Fnatic hard to deal with. They like to put players all over the place, and it makes it very hard to read them in the mid-round. That was characteristically one of the things that they were always very strong at, is playing mid-rounds, playing situations like this, a 4v4. These off angles from JW could be very powerful if he picks the right one at the right time. And there it is, he is spotted out and he's fragged. Cole was there in position, and now advantage SK.
There was a boost from Fnatic towards the B bomb site, but they've had to break it up to send somebody over towards the A site. Fnatic have no information apart from what Lekro just spotted, but that wasn't the bomb, which has already just made its way out of the tunnel towards Monster. SK gathering the troops together now, playing the numbers advantage. Golden trying to do what he can, trying to hold the water position. He needs to stay alive. He needs to just waste as much time as possible while his teammates come in. Lekro taking gambles through the smoke. Golden's still here though. Not good for the second one. It's down to Flusher, 1 versus 3. Does he want to invest in this? He doesn't have any money. The team doesn't really either, and he may just have to save.
This game is so crazy because I don't think any team has really had money at any point. As soon as a team starts to get a couple rounds together, they start to build a bank, you can guarantee it's just going to evaporate. And that's what's been happening time and again to both sides. And it's created a very interesting game because it means that both teams are always trying to mitigate this disadvantage that they may have. They never quite have ideal setups. And there's always something happening, like players going down early in the round, creating a situation where it's about that mid-round calling and making plays. Some of the plays we have seen have been absolutely incredible from both sides. SK with the rounds, 6-6 in the first half. Overpass is the CT side of the map, and that's where teams would fear SK the most. But Fnatic are doing pretty well at the moment on their CT side. A lot of support here for SK. Playing with Phelps, doing a great job, to be honest.
Yeah, but they need to do better. 6 of 12 rounds for Fnatic on their CT side, and they are looking for more. They've got the SMGs out on the CZ, double MP9 play. We've already seen Fnatic aggressive in the full buy rounds. They may have to be even more so in this kind of situation. Early smoke down in connector. Nobody around the fountain area, around the party area. Krims, I think, is in the connector position with the MP9, and then JW with the CZ towards the toilets. Can't really re-pick that one, doesn't have the range of the pistol anyway. So some map control here for SK. 2 players moving through connector as well. But that fast fire rate of the MP9 might be a nasty surprise.
Like you said before, there's utility here to make it weird, make it awkward. Krims just going for the full wide peek with the MP9 against 2 AKs. Not going to find much success there. Does get a little bit of damage, but it's negligible. So SK still stand 5 members strong against the 4 as they start to press onto the A site. JW there. He's been tagged down low previously. There's time here being bought by Fnatic as they are rotating. JW, that's a pretty good frag to get the bombs on the floor. Flusher, 2 HP with the AK. He's got to keep himself alive. SK continue to press.
They have to rescue the bomb though. Phelps cutting off the rotation. Just about. Things getting slightly nervous here for SK. And now Flusher's just baiting for Golden. Golden's got to find the frag. Now they've both been spotted. All the information is known. And this round will surely soon come to an end. All the bullets whistling past Flusher's head. Trying to maybe save this kind of 2 HP, but I don't know if he can escape this position. There's Cold Zero on the site, and there's 1 frag down, but I'm sure it is time to retreat. Phelps in the red, Fur in the red. SK will be careful about this. They may play for the beep beep of the bomb. And Flusher may feel like there is no escape. So how will this play out? Flusher with 2 HP as well. Someone's gonna die. But who's it gonna be? He has a kill. And he's dead. He is absolutely dead. SK back to winning ways.
I liked what he was doing there, just trying to, as you say, like he's like thinking to himself, there's no way I can escape here, but I can try to take as many people with me as possible. So it's quite cool to see him do what he does, and also to see the response of SK, how disciplined they were with the angles. You could see all the angles that flusha was looking for are spots that a lesser experienced team and group of players would definitely over peak. They may go for that peak, and he's probably going to get you. So really nice there from both sides as SK take the lead finally in this half. And once again for Fnatic, down to the pistols, but they have a lot of utility behind this, and again, James already highlighted how weird that can make things for the Ts.
Yeah, they've gone for the full force buy. That's a massive pop flash, but Crimson's blind as well. Still trying to make inroads, and he will get a kill out of it somehow. The push continues from JW, but the numbers are here for SK, so they've got to be careful. More flashes, they continue to close the distance. JW, oh, he's got the angle, but he doesn't have the bullets. And that is an important kill for SK moving forward. Lots of time on the clock, haven't conceded anything crazy in terms of map control. So they're in a reasonable position, SK. They need to get the bomb with the rest of the team and then make a play towards the site. Slowing things down, waiting for an overextension, but they might not expect flusha if he starts going up the ladder.
And this is something as well that Fnatic will be thinking about, just the way that SK are pacing themselves in this 4v3. They're thinking, okay, we're going to cut noise, just hold positions for a while, see if Fnatic try to run in a flank. Because one of the things that Fnatic are looking for here is obviously more kills, and maybe pick up a gun, isolate a player who's in the back, and then steal that gun away to save it into the next round. Golden's on the site, the lone man. Can he find some damage? The flash was good, but he doesn't get the wide peek into the long position. Pushing forwards now to the bathrooms. There's a nice frag. Looking for the refragger. It's Taco, though, from the bathroom position. Flusha's found an AK tapping down. Phelps, I think he thought he had the frag there, but he... Oh, that's... You hate to see that, don't you? It's happened to all of us.
You see his face. He was annoyed with that one. I think he might go for it if he gets that kill. But that is the round over. And because that was a force buy from Fnatic, it is time for them to eco-save. Or is it? They're going for a force buy again. Oh, it's the last round of the half. Of course they're going for a force buy. Hello, and back in the room. Nova out on Lekro. The rest of the team on CZ's grenades once again. There's the molly, goes to the short position, stops the CTs pushing into short B. But the CTs have got mollies of their own. So there may be a fight here, but it seems that Fur will, in fact, maybe move through uncontested, although they know a dangerous Fnatic lurks somewhere. But where? That is the question.
Else waiting for the peek. He might be rewarded soon. There it is. Wide peek. Double wide peek, actually. Two players going for it. They have nades in their hands. That's a 3 kill for Phelps. JW looking to double down on the duel, but it's Phelps to win it out. And that really goes a very long way here as far as SK success go for this round. Now all they need to do is just wait a little bit more, see if they can bait out any additional players, or rather plays from the remainder of Fnatic. We saw this same approach in the previous round from SK. Slow, they have a fast approach, they slow it down after a couple frags, then they come together again with about a minute left to start trying to open up the bomb site.
Smoke towards B. Often smoking the B platform to give more access to plantable locations. Smoke will offer some cover. Taco, good for the second kill, and that's pretty much Fnatic neutralized, unless flusha can somehow stop the bomb from getting to a bomb site. 25 seconds, and now they know where flusha is. That bomb can start to speed up, and coldzera will shut down that round. I feel like this half almost had 3 acts: the force buys, the Fnatic success, and then the SK success at the end.
It was quite the journey.
Yeah, and it's SK who somehow have a 9-6 lead, which is pretty solid considering what a war of attrition that was for both teams. But let's see now. This is a massive pistol round. If SK can win this, we might be looking at a 12-6 scoreline by the time the buy rounds come out. So perhaps we will see Mirage after all.
Yeah, I think you're right. When SK get that economy straight away on the CT side, it's like a boulder is coming in for you, and you're sort of unable to move, and you're just going to get crushed by that boulder that is the aggression, the unrelenting AWP aggression as well, which is really what is, I think, the most scary thing about this map and Fnatic. And of course, like again was mentioned on the desk, Cold is an absolute menace with the AWP towards that B bomb site and just generally as an anchor. And then if you think about all of the plays Fallen can make around the map, it's just so, like, name a more iconic duo than Fallen with aggressive AWP plays on Overpass.
Here we go. Golden on the P250. He's got a smoke and a flash as well. All Kevlar for the CT, save for Fallen, who has a defuse kit and a flashbang for the time being. Fer, of course, is in enemy territory, as per usual. Fer doing Fer things. And he might be flanked by Flusher. The T's have position, maybe waiting or expecting Fer to retreat. But Fer's just chilling. Fer is very relaxed in this situation. And Golden's almost forgotten about him. That was weird.
This does not bode well for SK, but Phelps, that's a very convincing shot there, and he's able to fall back, it seems, unscathed almost. And losing 12 health. That is a nice result for SK. They needed that desperately. There's still time here for Fnatic to work onto this side, but the positioning of Phelps could be very interesting. Does Scrims have any idea about this? Will he check that corner? If he doesn't, he's very dead, and the Shadow is giving up the game. Phelps,
oh, dude, seriously. How on earth are you even doing that? 4 versus 3 now. Taco still, though, on the B bomb side. This is basically a 4-on-2. A crossfire for the CT. And it's time for Colt to deliver a kill. But he will be traded by JW. More headshots delivered by Fnatic. Planting the bomb. Oh, they're passing each other. Trains, ships in the night. But Taco, he will be sensed by JW, sniffed out and eliminated. That's not the pistol SK wanted. And Fnatic have the opportunity to start those buy rounds with an even score.
This was kind of nuts, the reaction here from Crims.
Oh, dude.
That's a really tough spot for Phelps. It looks like you have a really big advantage. But with the pistols, and the USP in particular, you kind of have to hit the first bullet in that kind of a spot. So it's very unforgiving. 3 AKs, a UMP, and a MAC-10. The anti-force buy round from Fnatic. But the force buys have been so menacing, perhaps some of the most exciting rounds that we've seen on Overpass.
Whoops. Oh, okay. Works out anyway.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of CTs do like to jump up there.
Elevator Molotov.
It's pretty cool. I like it. But they won't find anyone from it. Fallen does get tagged and also spotted with the scout. I feel like he's the most dangerous person right now in these kinds of buys. Waiting patiently. Again, he plays his position so commonly. They must be looking for him. Oh, Fer gets the kill. Meanwhile, Taco as well picks up a kill. Now it's the 3v5. This is desperate.
Yeah, but he had Lekro on. Lekro has a flash. Lekro is on long. Lekro could have flashed into the toilet area for JW to peek. So, I mean, maybe they're saving their flash for later on because they don't have a lot. If they are, then there's a risk taken and didn't work out for them. Taco's taken out towards short B. Will that encourage Fnatic to head in that direction? Cold Zero is still lurking in around that position. So danger still awaits. This is a very awkward angle to check if you're a T. So very curious how things will progress. Flusher rescuing the AK-47. Fnatic now just chilling out, just spreading around. It seems Fnatic is on the gun disposal service, perhaps. 30 seconds left, though. Now Fallen gets picked off.
It's really important. There's one more player lurking. Phelps! There it is. There could be problems. I wonder what the plan is for. Oh, that could be big! Let Crow, though, able to dodge it. Very, very close, and the bomb is planted safe inside the site. So Fnatic should be pretty good for a defense here, but Cold has maximum health, armor, and a kit, and the element of surprise! Oh no, runs out of bullets! But the health of Let Crow is very low. The MAC-10, incredibly potent right now. Phelps could definitely clutch this as he tries to turn the corner, and he nails it with a MAC-10! These rounds, James, just down to the wire every time.
That is, what a scary position. You're in the red, your teammate's got your opponent, has a MAC-10. He doesn't need to stop moving. He can just run all over the place and spray you down. That's exactly what happens. So, SK maybe in a better situation. What do Fnatic choose to do? They could eco for one round and then bring out the AKs, and I think that's likely. But pistols are being purchased, and I must announce, Lekro has the deagle.
Definitely always should be a PSA, that is for sure. And it does feel like he's good for, one really insane deagle rounds every map. Not to build it up too much, but we'll see what he can accomplish. SK will take passive positions around the map. We've got to be careful there. Flusher does take some damage, but Taco's more at risk. He doesn't want to risk getting destroyed for a smoke. There's no need for it, so he will fall back for the time being. But also SK, they do like to try to push those positions. They get good mid-round information for those pushes as well.
Lots of dangerous pistols around the toilet's position. Fallen will be the forward-most person with the UMP. There's some warning shots there by Lekro. So how do SK deal with this? They've got plenty of grenades, but you never want to get caught holding one. Fallen will look to the outside of the toilets, and there's a perfect Molotov. Lekro standing in the flames, willing to take a risk, but not finding anything. Fallen, that sound cue may give his position away, but are Fnatic paying attention? Yes, they are. Lekro spamming through the wall. He knows somebody's there.
This could be a big nade. Oh, that's some good damage. And they will be knocked down. The flank will come in, and there shouldn't be much more that can be accomplished here by Fnatic. Golden on 12 health. The jumping MP9 to finish it.
The MP9 has surprisingly good jumping accuracy across the SMGs. And that's all that needs to be said about that. Now it's the buy round. For those of you in GoTV, CT side SK, always good to watch Fallen, but also pay attention to how they set up rifle support for the sniper rifle in the rounds where they choose to do that. The combination of the two players is always quite interesting to watch.
And now we have Fnatic putting most of the players here towards the A side of the map, just one man. Flusher making noise towards B, and with one man you can actually do a lot of work towards taking sewers by yourself and so on. So Flusher will be that man here for Fnatic, although he is in a fairly far back position. Taco does take a lot of damage through the smoke though, due to Flusher's efforts. That may not be something that he realizes, but that is going to make Taco play more passively, and that could help out Flusher dramatically. Fnatic with a very slow approach with their default at the moment, really testing everything, trying to be very responsible. But one thing to note is their utility. They're at a point now where they've cleared some of the map, but they need to save the remaining utility if SK play very passive and force them to run a set piece onto a bomb site. They need the smokes for that. So now you can see JW just trying to clear just by walking. Doesn't have any teammates around him. JW could get a pretty big angle there. Very important frag by Fur, but JW, they may not realize he's there.
Surely they don't. Fur gets taken down. Fallen down to 2 HP. Fallen alive is always very dangerous. Can he avoid the grenades though? Choosing to run up long, but there's a player coming for him, and he's got the sound cue. He's heard him. This is so awkward, so dangerous. And there it is. Lekro comes out, and there's no one to trade. Smokes it down. The shadow gives JW's position away. And now we're down to 3-on-2. Taco moving up from the connector position. Fallen in cold zero, lie in wait. The clock ticks. It's planted for CT. The spray is there. They know where one of these three players is, but where are the rest?
It's going to be a very tough situation here for both teams. So many aspects at play. Good off angle from Flusher. Ooh, the timing almost brutal, but he manages to get it down. Taco dead. Up to Cold and Fallen. Cold needs to win this. He's the only man with health, but somehow Fallen. How does he do so much damage? He has no health. Surviving by the skin of his teeth and then able to help clutch the round out for his team. SK with another round, but Fnatic are really pushing them to the limit.
If Fallen is alive, 1 HP, 2 HP, 4 HP, 5 HP, he is a problem each and every time. 12 rounds to the 7 of Fnatic, and Fnatic will be back on the pistols once more. It will be a deeper investment since the loss bonus is higher. Another dangerous round for SK to deal with. Maybe, just maybe, we're going to see the Brazilian strong style in a good position now. Lots of grenades. See how they deal with these pistols, however. So you've got Fallen and Fur now. You've got the rifle support outside the toilets. And they see these. Okay, there he is. Let go of the Deagle. Instant trade.
Dropping the nuke there onto SK. Fur! Gonna take some bullets there by the CZ as well. So these pistols doing some damage. The AWP collected by Golden as well. Lekro staying on the Deagle for the time being. There is a player in the sewer zone. Taco gets the peak. Great angle. It's very hard to deal with. Golden does announce his position with the AWP. Flusher has a good timing, but Taco's... Oh, he was expecting it. Heard the footsteps, but still a frag the way of Flusher. And with a minute to play with, all of a sudden, Fnatic will probably know that they have a pretty open map right now, but do they want to gamble going back towards A?
If they slow things down, there's a reasonable chance that you're going to have one CT on either side because there's so much time to play with. But what is the play from Flusher? Golden is just waiting, just biding his time, while Flusher's looking to make an information play. We saw similar things from SK on a recent T-side of Overpass as well, and it seems that Fnatic are making a very similar play. 30 seconds remain though, so what is he really looking for in this position? If he doesn't see anybody in connector, then what is the play? They can't stay separated forever. Really running the clock down, moving away from the B bomb site now. We've got Phelps staying deep in the A site. Still one CT per site, but Cold surely starts to hear the running from the low ground. The smoke is down, and here we go, the push from Phelps. There's no cover for the bomb plant. Golden gets sprayed down, and it won't work out for Fnatic. But again, that was an eco round, and it did do a lot of damage.
Absolutely, and I was thinking in them going A that's the better bet than going into B. Cold was holding a really nasty angle in the water, which was kind of safe. He can get kills from it and never let them plant the bomb. So I was like, all right, they're going A, that's the better chance, but still, very strong play from Phelps, shutting it down. Maybe Fnatic just didn't leave themselves enough time, but it is in the past. But for SK, it could be in the very near future a victory on this map. They're 3 away, and they have the momentum. Fnatic, they need a good round, and they need it now. With very disgusting smoke trick. I wonder if Crims realizes what it does look like he realizes what that smoke is all about. Crims a very intelligent player. Still going for it though. Crims, he gets it. He understands what that smoke means, and that's a free frag for Fnatic.
Fallen must deliver now. So far, so dangerous. How does JW play this situation? Fallen starting to back away, leaving his presence as a threat for JW, but JW's already moving up long, he doesn't care. He does not care, however, the bomb is on the other side of this smoke. I think there are 2 Ts there. Fallen scoping the whole way. So important that he stays scoped. If he just scopes when he gets down there, they know his position immediately. Because he was scoped in earlier on, they have no idea he's there. They get the frag regardless. 5 versus 3, and JW is looking to make life worse, waiting to punish somebody to peek long, and there it is. Some spray towards Phelps. The grenade will not finish things off, but maybe he can pull rotation. Still 2 players in the B bomb site, but Fnatic are moving towards A.
Yeah, very big round for them. They're looking like a shoe-in for it. Now it's just clean up duty, make sure that the CTs have no weapons. Their economy is really bad. It's only Cold who has any degree of money here. You can see he's got 6K, rest of his teammates below $2,000. So that is, this is the perfect timing for Fnatic to make this work. And one thing I really enjoyed about the way Crims played the connector position is that they saw Fallen basically rotating back from a forward position around the picnic area and the party area. And so it's very likely from that point that Fallen could rotate into the connector spot. So Crims was really looking for this. And from there on, just a solid slow push from Fnatic. 13-8, or 8-13 I should say, as Fnatic just picked up their 8th round.
Yeah, and I think Crims, we have to add him to the GoTV picks as well, because he's just having a great tournament overall, really. He is thriving in this iteration of Fnatic. Grenade deployed, not hitting the mark, but oh, okay. That's a great pick by Electro. I mean, we can't expect much from SK in this round anyway. It is a pistol round. They have a 5-round lead. That's the most important thing at the moment. Coldzera has got the AWP though. So perhaps he can do something. Again, he had a lot of money, so it seems he invested some of it into a gamble play. But now it might be a question of trying to hold on to it. Around a bank position as JW once again just goes for a jog up the long position, and now we look to see if Coldzera can hold on to his gun.
Yeah, and it's definitely in the interest of Fnatic to invest something. They have a decent amount of money in the hole. It's not amazing, but they can definitely invest at least a couple players into trying to remove the AWP. But it is cold, of course, so ooh, some burn damage. That's going to help out. But of course, one of the strengths of the AWP is it's very hard to trade an AWP player if he's playing from certain angles, from certain ranges. Can become very strong. And it is cold again, so you have to be very careful. They will start creeping into his position, though. See if Cold can hold on to this. It would be very big for SK if they can keep this AWP. If there's an AWP on the team, there's always a chance to win a round.
There isn't all the money in the world for Fnatic either. However, it's probably more important to try and eliminate Cold and this AWP. We saw what Fallen can do with 2 HP and the AWP, so you definitely want to take this sniper away if you can. And Cold can't really go too far from this because he may take damage from the explosion down below. Actually, with 40 HP, he should be all right. Well, now Necro starts to run, draws the weapon, and Cold misses the snap. No AWP for you, sir. Do we want to AWP? Fnatic say no. And that's another thing we've seen from Fnatic is that they're willing to play spawns. When they have a sniper, you'll see Lecro use it sometimes. And that's something that we'll see come into play on Mirage, should we make it there. So I really hope we do, because it's going to be such an interesting map. But here we are. Going into the next round, the money still sucks for SK. Fallen's on a scout, but there's not much else to offer for SK at the moment.
And, you know, looking at the score in the previous round, it was 13-8. That was kind of the scoreline we saw that SK made a comeback on Inferno with. So Fnatic looking to do the same. See what SK did to them on Inferno, but of course, that's a long way to go before that's a reality. And we've seen how scary the force buys can be, or even, sorry, the half buys, just pistols, anything in the hands of the SK players. Very scary. That scout on Fallen. SK poised to play off of information with the very forward position and along with Fur. As soon as they start to get some info towards B, Fur can start to make some gambles, start to find a good push timing for a flank. So Fnatic need to be very cautious. JW's already tagged down. They look like they want to eventually explode onto the B side, but with no sewers control, that's going to be very difficult.
SK pretty much know exactly where Fnatic are with their positioning. But now, as Fnatic move into the B bomb site and only Cold is there, how do they make something happen? Cold taken down immediately. Fallen rotating to the high ground. Not sure if the balcony's been smoked off yet, but there are smokes around the site. JW taken down for free boosts over the smoke. As the bomb is planted, there will be cover, but there is damage taken by Lecro. 4-on-4, a bit hairy for Fnatic at this point, even with the AK advantage.
I wonder if SK suspect the flank, because the jump spot from the sandbags position, they did spot 3 on the site, and so they know that 1 is missing. Essentially, as far as their information goes. And it looks like things should be okay here for Fnatic. They're holding on pretty well. That said, Fallen still just at it there. Gets another kill. The scout first picked up an AK. And there's 2 players left, although he doesn't have a kit. So he's really run out of time here, but he is making this very expensive for his opponents. Going to jump across there, but Crims is going to land the shots. 3K for him in the rounds. Crims having a fantastic performance, just as you said, in this tournament. Maybe we should call him Jarl Crims, James. Leader of a Viking tribe.
We could just call him Crims as well. I mean, that works for me. Right then, 10-13. Fnatic may be getting too close for comfort to the score of SK Gaming. Fallen on the AWP once again, lacking a helmet, but versus 5 AKs, it probably won't make too much of a difference. Crims very fast into the connector position. Lecro taking massive damage this time. Shrapnel for days.
But it's probably worth it. He's got some good positioning. He can hang out here and just hear a lot of jumping around. They're trying to go for a boost. Lecro should be able to get that information for his team. And just having 1 player you can just even leave in the sewers position from this point forward is pretty powerful. As it does mean that you have the information that, okay, we can rotate back through connector into B if we then take A map control. But Fnatic are just holding position at the moment. They're looking for a mid-round information play from Fnatic.
Again, you've got the Fallen and Fur sniper and rifle support situation going on. Fallen holding a tight angle while Fur is just covering his 6. Fallen 6, that is, his rear end. 45 seconds on the clock, and SK know that they don't have eyes towards A long. Oh boy, Golden gets punctured like a football on the motorway. And down goes the smoke. SK now playing delay tactics. And now we've got, I think, Lecro trying to make something happen towards the B box site here, but he'll get taken down by Cold Zera. And that might start a rotation. I think Phelps is making his way towards the B bomb site. But there are such advantages for SK, 5 versus 3. 17 seconds with which to plant the bomb. JW spotted, but it looks very tentative and too slow for Fnatic. The trades will be there, but there's 10 seconds to get the bomb down. The flank won't come in time, so the bomb will get planted, but Crims has got to go huge here.
This is going to be very, very awkward. Crims gets the spray. Still 2 more players to go here for the Brazilians as they now try to combine forces, linking up there from 2 different sides. It's going to be very difficult for Fnatic, but Crims is still alive. JW has the AWP. There's a lot working in their favor as time starts to wane. Good frag from coldzera up to Crims. He's been an absolute beast so far. He sees the shadow. Oh! Crims again! The quad kill in the most pivotal moments.
That is a massive round for Fnatic. They've broken the money of SK, and they are just 2 rounds away from catching up with them. Is a 2-0 possible for Fnatic? That is a question that we have to ask at this point. It's an eco round from SK once again, falling on the scout, Deagles, CZs, 1 flashbang. It's been a hard fight to get to this point for SK. They still have a lead for the time being, but it's dwindling.
It's crazy. Firm might have an opportunity here as that does spot out all the noise JW is making, but there's no opportunity. JW knows what's up. And it's kind of insane how pivotal that last round was. It was a massive swing round. Fnatic actually have a chance here to make this comeback a reality. More frags here as the pistols are denied any potential picks. And Fnatic look quite stable in this position. They can move all together now. A-long, pretty much anywhere across the map, just as long as they stay together, they have the numbers advantage to trade out effectively. And so this should be somewhat easy, but of course, Cold, Taco, and Phelps do have very dangerous pistols. And here comes Cold.
Ooh,
there goes Cold.
That almost blew my ears up. Taco and Phelps now the last 2 pistoling players, and Lekro is just trying to, well, he's doing multiple jobs actually, but he spotted someone. He spotted Phelps, who starts to reposition, and Golden will take him down. That just leaves Taco now, and he's on the B bomb site. SK heading towards their next buy, but I mean, look at the score. Fnatic are en route, but can SK stop the Swedish train here on Overpass?
It would be so insane if they were to accomplish that. I think it would just destroy so many people's expectations. It's how this all should have played out. But honestly, when we saw that first map playing out, just the level that the individuals of both teams were rising to is honestly so remarkable, and just shows that every player on both teams has this championship level quality to them that can carry them deep in any tournament. Such resilience. There it is, Taco looking for some consolation kills, but he is fragged, and the next round is to begin here. 13 for SK, still where they've been for quite some time. Fnatic now 1 round away from equalizing.
SK, they have so many setups on the CT side around the AWP or Fallen. Almost infinite, it feels like sometimes, but they're not working so well anymore, and they may feel like they have to get more aggressive than the somewhat passive position they had previously, even with the first pick onto Golden through the toilet position. Tactical timeout to discuss what they need to do. Fnatic continue with the 5 AKs. They've got good utility as well. And here we are. It's crunch time for the Brazilians. 1 map down, 1 round up.
Everyone taking a breather in this moment of downtime, the madness. Stopping for just a moment, the eye of the storm. We're back in the storm very soon, I'm sure, as the battle between the Brazilians and the Swedes continues here on Overpass. Some early chip damage done onto coldzera as forward setups are shown here in front of the toilets towards the party area from the SK side. Lekro, oh, that's a great entry from him. Early 5 versus 4 for Fnatic, but can he escape? Well, Golden's got him covered.
Taco taken down towards the monster position that activates Flusher, making his way through. Phelps now fighting around the smoke. Does he make a play towards short? He's got to be careful, they're spraying. He might wait for a reload and try and punish. There's the reload, but he's just keeping an eye on Monster for the time being. SK in a lot of trouble. Spotting the shadow of Flusher, but is he good for it? There's shots coming from the short position, and there will be a trade from Lekro. 4 versus 2, but Fallen and Fur are here. There's the angle from Fallen. No more smokes for the T side. They've got to run through. Surely someone gets taken down. Maybe not. Making their play now. And Fallen cannot re-aggress. It's down to Fur. 1 versus 3. The grenade looks great, but there's no kill from it. Lecro in the red. Fur's got to go nuclear. 1 kill already on him, but he won't get any more than that. Lecro showing his worth for Fnatic. 13 apiece.
Yeah, I think it's a very good thing to highlight, James. I mean, Lecro has been sort of quietly getting just all the frags here. We've seen some of the biggest clutches and biggest moments from Crims, but Lecro has been a consistent performer across both maps in moments of dire need. And this is looking very crushing now. Fnatic have so much momentum. They're poised to win this match. SK need to continue to show the resilience that they have shown all series long, but it can only go so far. We need something special from them. This is going to be a hard round to get something done in. Fallen is testing the waters here with that scout, but unrelenting grenades here, blocking him from really making a play. Forced back, and that will give some more space here to Fnatic as they start to approach the toilet's position.
SK have lost the last 6 rounds in a row. Perhaps Fnatic have solved the puzzle. First, they must escape this anti-eco round. It's a dangerous one, and Fnatic have not always proven successful. Minute 10 on the clock. Always nice to open up the long A area, try and keep as much range as possible versus these pistols, the likes of the 5-7 on Taco. Only 1 shot to take somebody out. Fnatic, though, they don't want to play the clock down too long. Fur still has a smoke, and that could be a problem as the round progresses. So Fnatic, if they're too careful, they may end up costing themselves the round. And they have such an advantage versus SK here.
They really do, but I do really like that setup on A long. It's a smoke just drops straight on top of it by the T's here. And they'll spot out Fallen. Fnatic just have a great degree of game sense and cognizance to these plays that SK are making. Does JW spot it out though? That's a gun for Fur. He picks up the frag as well. Golden needs to press forwards into the site. They're trying to go for the crossfires here as they cover all the positions, but SK look very dangerous with these weapons. There's players all over the place. The bomb has to go down. Lecro, last man standing. He's got to make some incredible plays here, but there's no time. Nothing left in the tank for Fnatic. SK with the steal.
You just knew it was going to happen. So little time on the clock when Fnatic throw their own smoke on long, which, I mean, yes, they get a kill out of it as they try and boost, but at some point you've got to make a play and you've got to get the bomb down. You've got long range, but the CTs have got the site. And they've allowed SK back into this. They've been so suspect on those rounds, and it might cost them the map of Overpass.
This is just a quarterfinal, James, but this really feels like a grand final between these two teams. Fur going aggressive towards the fountain. Pop flash for him. Nice setup. Fur gets the slam dunk as he falls back and away now. SK can take the 5v4 and run with it as they begin to get a bit more passive across the map. And Fnatic, it's going to take them a while now because they have to be suspicious of every position.
Already down a man. Are there nerves on some of these players? It's a very big stage here in Boston. SK towards B, waiting passively. Towards A, Fallen. 5 versus 3. SK look to steal Overpass away from Fnatic. Gifted around, gifted the lead once again.
It's a tough position, there's no doubt about it. 50 seconds now for Fnatic, and they're in a spot where they just don't have anything going for them. There's no map control really, and it's kind of given up by SK because they have that 5v3 situation. They can play the defensible positions at the bomb site, use each other. The team play is one of the best commodities. Lecro might win the 1v1, he needs to win it! And maybe there's a chance now for Fnatic, they have to go with this. Lecro will start to dart up, but there's lots of players and lots of utility, and not to mention Fallen himself!
Missing the shot onto Lecro, but won't miss the second one. 3 kills have fallen in this round, and he finishes off Flusher as well. And that is exactly the boost that SK needed. Game point, SK.
But the money doesn't stop here for Fnatic. They still have more in the bank. And that means that there's really a chance for them, but they need 2 incredible rounds because, as you say, James, the momentum really looks like it's back in the hands of the Brazilians. And I don't know how they keep finding strength. Where are they pulling their strength from? It seems to be never-ending. Such resilience here.
Tactical timeout for the time being. Oh boy, it wasn't easy on Inferno, and it might not be easy for either of these teams on Overpass. Here we go. 10 seconds away from what could be the last run of Overpass, but maybe not. This time, JW is on the AWP as well. There's been many occasions where Fnatic could have picked one up on the T side, and they opted not to, but now they will mix it up.
Deep breath for both teams. These very critical moments as Per goes forward. There's no breathing for him, just a straight out sprint, but into JW's reticle. Oh no, Flusher. Early pick from him as well, through Monster, I think through the smoke actually. And now desperation sets in for SK. Of course, they are 2 rounds ahead. They've guaranteed at the very least overtime, but Fnatic are looking very good to take this round with the numbers advantage that they have. SK making a play with a boost, looking for information. Ooh, Lekro spotted. Oh god, this is quite awkward. Lekro moves, he hears all the jumping around. They may make a play to try to take him down.
So he must know at least 2 people are on the B bomb site. And that might cause the aggression. Coldzera, yep, I'm here. Now Fnatic in the connector position. Now we're getting to the mid-round calls, the late-round calls, and Fnatic need to come together and take something. They had some information, they didn't quite act on it doesn't seem like. And now the clock starts to run down, and this is where we've seen errors in previous rounds when SK had pistols. Taco taken out towards the B bomb site. They know Cold is on B as well. Now Phelps is starting to move. 30 seconds remain. Phelps coming in from the back just as they move through short. And in the mayhem, they may not expect Phelps, but now Phelps is alone. And the money for SK, he's got to save at this point. They need that gun alive.
This is ridiculous. I feel like you have to throw all the theory and all the statistics of these 2 teams and these maps just out of the window right now, because Fnatic are back in this one, looking to try to secure the overtime as SK did to them in the previous map. And again, we can't forget that this is SK's map. It's maybe they are the best team in the world, historically at least. They are incredibly good on this map, and it's the TT sides that tend to be so overwhelming and so difficult for other teams to deal with.
Interestingly, JW at some point swapped out for an AK-47. I don't know if he'll go back to the AWP before the end of this round or what he'll choose to do. Fallen will have money for an AWP of his own. And no, Fnatic will continue with the 4 AKs, although they could buy an AWP if they wanted to. But it doesn't particularly seem like they do. JW maybe picking the AWP to just punish Fur's constant aggression.
And it is interesting, as you noted, that Fnatic did wait a very long time before making a move in the previous round. And I think it is just because SK, you know, they will push something, probably. And if they don't, then you kind of get screwed over, not leaving yourself enough time. But enough about that. Coldzera and Fallen on the AWPs. Fnatic with a quick take of sewers, as they so often have in Fallen, looking to make sure that Connector is not given up without a fight. Has a good angle with this AWP. Is there any flashbang or any utility here? It's the brazen peek and a big punish. Oh, there you go. JW does get the trade frag. That is very important. 4 versus 4 now. That does give Fnatic a slight edge.
Yeah, it is a risky position because rotating out of connector like that leaves you exposed to the high ground and the low ground. JW understanding that shuts down even the greats like Fallen. But Taco has Coldzera has an AWP as well. He's fired a shot, so they know there's a second sniper rifle on the map, but will they expect this kind of aggression? Debates there, but somehow JW stays alive. They know 2 people are deep into long, but can they act on that in the meantime? SK know that they might, so they get aggressive, start peeking, trying to find out where Fnatic are. They spot people outside B. I don't know if they saw the bomb as well, but SK are now prepared. They know what to expect.
Big frag by JW entering the bomb side. SK in a lot of trouble. Coldzera, that's a great shot from him. Taco goes to the wide peak, doesn't stop the running, and everyone is down. SK, they're still alive. They'll take Overpass against Fnatic, against all the odds.
What a crazy